Hey everybody, I am the Library Lady, and I am so glad that you have found my channel, The Library Lady, on YouTube. So first off, thanks for stopping by. This is going to be a place where I post information about reading, about books, about some educational opportunities, things like that. So if you're a teacher, a parent, or a student, it's going to be a great resource for you to check out. So number two, share that with friends and family, people that you think could benefit from some great children's literature and educational information. So I'm going to launch this video as my segment called What's a Story? What's a Story is going to be a segment about different children's books. It could be a picture book or a chapter book, but one which I think is worthy of sharing. And there are so many to pick from. So I know it's going to be hard for me as a teacher and an elementary school librarian to do that. But I'm going to start with people that I have had some interaction with at some level. Because I have reached out to them via email to share their books. So I just want to let you know that I will not be reading a book in its entirety. This is not a read aloud. It is rather a segment, a little snippet of a book, a taste, if you will, of a book to spark some interest in books. Hopefully you'll find some that you haven't heard of. Maybe you'll make connections in new ways if you already know of the title, but it's a way to let you know of some great books that are out there. So I don't want to violate any copyright issues or do anything like that. So I will be seeking permission from authors and or publishers to share a small portion of the book. So please know that. There are tons of books out there, but as a librarian, I do always get kids who say, oh, there's nothing here to read, or there's no good books in this library, or I've read all the books, which always gets me because usually there's, thousands of books. But you have those readers, and if you're one of those readers, you know what I'm talking about. So don't tell your librarian that. There are plenty of books. You just need to ask your librarian to give you some guidance and some help. So what are you interested in? What are you excited about? So I'm going to start this What's the Story segment with a great book. It is a book called Try a Little Kindness, and it is by Henry Cole, published by Scholastic and copyrighted in 2018. So as you can see, great cover, really cute little bear helping out a little animal friend in the rain by offering an umbrella. And I wanted to kick off this segment with kindness because kindness is something that we can all learn from, and it's something that you can never hear enough of. So tons of books out there that deal with kindness, and it's a message that we can always hear again and again and again. So it is a picture book. If you're one of those readers, or you know a reader who says, oh, picture books are easy, or they're for little kids, let's rewire our brains, because picture books are great. In fact, there's a whole month in November devoted to picture books. It's called National Picture Book Month, and I always say you are never too old for a picture book. So I think the young readers are going to connect to the pictures, some of the language in the book. Your older readers, you're going to be able to carry on the theme of kindness and delve a little bit deeper into kind of the message of the story. So no matter your age, especially the topic of kindness can really apply to anyone. And I thought it would be a great way to start our What's the Story segment. So it is by Henry Cole. If you have not heard of Henry Cole, he is fabulous author and illustrator. And I've had the pleasure of actually meeting him. And he does a phenomenal job. So I would say check out his website, pause the video, go check it out. No, just kidding. Finish the video here, and then go check out his website. He's got lots of information about his books, a little bit about him, and you might find some things that you haven't heard of. So I'm going to share just a little bit of the story, just the first page, and then a little intro onto the second, third page, and then I'll carry into some ways you can use this story. If you're a classroom teacher, these are some ideas maybe for your class. If you're a parent or a student, these are some activities that you might want to try at home, or share with some friends that you know. So it's hopefully will give you something to think about as you read this or hear this story. So the beginning part starts off like this. Pay attention to the language. I think you will notice something right off of the bat. A smile to greet the morning, a hug to greet each day, a thank you and a yes please are things that you should say. Our animal friends will show you exactly how it's done. Make it a daily habit. kindness can be fun. So as you can see, in case you didn't notice, there is a little rhyme to it, and it's a great way to start picking out rhyming words. Again, younger readers are going to really pick up on that. If they don't, and you're the grown-up, you can help prompt them. What did you hear that rhymes? What rhymes with day? That kind of thing. So always like to build that phonemic awareness and notice words and their rhymes. So the next page is this lovely bear who starts off with wake up with a smile and then be the last in line. All right, so the story kind of goes through different animals. It starts at the beginning of the day, and they go through the day with different tasks and ways that they can help their animal friends. And it concludes with an elephant in bed, kind of with a concluding message about kindness. And as you can see from the back cover, that there are just tons of cute animals and little excerpts there from the story. So I would recommend that you look for this book online, see if you can download it. If you do have access as things resume back to normal, maybe to the public library or your school library. And look for this book, Try a Little Kindness by Henry Cole, again published by Scholastic. Now, a couple ideas that you might want to do with this book. One is this lovely tree behind me, my little kindness project here. And what I've done is taken some cardboard, 2 pieces of cardboard, kind of intersected them to make a 3D tree. So if you're real math oriented and you want to get into intersecting lines, you can talk about that. But I've got some different leaves. 2 different colors just for visual appearance and aesthetics, but on the leaves are different compliments or tasks. And so you might find that you want to put a compliment like, I love when you help me with the dishes. Or you might want to have it a task. I will help you with the dishes. Now, you may want to have your reader or your family member, your friend, whatnot, put them on as they do them. You might want to put them on and pull them off as they do them. You can kind of decide which way you want to go with that. So that's a great way. If you are at home right now and you are looking for something to keep everyone happy and busy and engaged, this does take a while, but it's a lot of fun. You'll be surprised at what kids come up with. So they can write it on the leaves, or if you need to maybe scribe for them, you can put down some ideas. So that's a great way. If you're more of a math person, you really love calendars, many schools and classrooms use calendar time to incorporate a lot of skills. You can do a kindness calendar. Basically just take a calendar or make a calendar, print a calendar, and on each day you'll put in a different task that they could do. You can get into math about odd and even numbers. You can do ordinal numbers, first, second, last. If you have a couple kids at home, you do the even days and this kid's going to do the odd days or whatnot. And as they do them, they color them in and complete their calendar, and it's a great little challenge. You can also do like a 100-day challenge or 100 kindness challenge, and you come up with 100 things or 25 things or whatever, and you go through them, and then do a little celebration at the end when you finish. So those are some ways to incorporate calendars and kind of counting with kindness. If you are looking for ways to maybe do some art, you might want to do rocks. They're a lot of fun. Many people have been painting rocks, and you hide them. Can be a little bit of a challenge these days, but maybe paint them and make them for another day. If you have really neat handwriting or you have a really big rock, I guess, you can go ahead and put a message or a word, and those always spread a lot of joy. If you want to practice some handwriting, you can always write letters or cards, or even just sending a text or a message, video message to someone and letting them know that you're thinking about them, or sharing a sweet message or a compliment with them. I think we need to instill in kids that just a little message and time to make someone feel important and know that they're appreciated and loved really can go a long way. So again, whether it's old school handwriting a note and mailing it, or a more up-to-date digital format, either way will let someone know that someone else has taken time to think about them. So those are some great ways. If you're someone who likes research, or maybe you're a teacher looking for a real-world connection, go ahead and have your reader research somebody who has significantly impacted the world. All right, if you are a reader that's a little bit older, you probably can pick out some people on your own And if you're someone that's a little bit younger, or you know a younger reader, you may need to pick out like 2 or 3 people that then they can choose from. I would also say, no matter what your age range is, or whatever your reader's age range is, you want to go ahead and maybe preview and take a look and see what's out there. If you pick a person where there's not a lot of information published, or it's written at a level which is too hard for you to read, it may not be the best fit. All right, or you may just need to seek some grown-up help as you tackle the text. All right, but you could do a little report or a research onto that person. So that could be a lot of fun. A lot of schools have subscriptions. So if you're a parent, check with your child's teacher or your school system to see what databases are available or what online resources they may have where you could research. As a teacher and librarian, I always like to make connections with other books, some text-to-text connections. There are tons of kindness books. You can send your kids at home rummaging through the bookshelves and running around your house, finding books that are about kindness or have kindness in the title. That should keep them busy for a little bit, hopefully. And you can read some of those. 2 popular ones are Have You Filled a Bucket Today? And Enemy Pie. So those are 2 great books also that deal with kindness. Maybe check those out from your library. I know Enemy Pie has some digital options out there that you can listen to as well. So those may be something you want to explore. So that's kind of my first little plug. I'm hoping that maybe something got your book juices flowing and the creative sparks flying, and that if you have not heard of this book, great. Definitely explore Henry Cole more, see what else he has to offer, and just you'll fall in love with it. So Try a Little Kindness by Henry Cole, published by Scholastic. So thanks so much for tuning in. I hope that you have enjoyed this What's a Story segment, and stay tuned for further books and authors, and we just will share the joy of reading, highlighting kids' books, and just getting a way to feel like I've got something I can share with someone that I know about books, because reading can just really take you anywhere, and it's something that I'm very passionate about and want to share with others. So thanks for tuning in. Share the channel, The Library Lady, and we'll see you next time.